At first blush, that seems like a really strong ROI, and it is. We also realize there's way more that we can get out of it. One of the big things is we're finding not all situations require an SC, and there's some good opportunities to tease the software, so to speak, before we get into the formal sales process. For example, a rep has a qualification call or an intro call, or maybe they've made a cold call and they've gotten a hold of somebody and they're really interested, but we want to do a discovery and then we want to do a demo, but we want to keep them on the hook and we want to keep them engaged. And that's really where demo automation came in. A lot of it was the functionality. It had fundamentally the best functionality where you have an HTML builder. You could also you could use screenshots if you had to. You could also embed videos in it, and you could mix the media too. At the time, no one else could do that. Another aspect to it from a technical side is that they had really strong analytics on who's clicking, how long they're looking at it, and that could be folded into Salesforce. Across the board, I found that it had basically the best of what all of the other platforms we were evaluating had. Sometimes there's cases where a rep is, I don't really need to bring in an SC. I think I can close this with just using Storylane. And so that happens as well. They're on an initial qualification call or an introduction call. So we haven't quite gotten to the discovery yet. And the rep notices that they're interested in a particular functionality. They can pop in and show that Storylane. Or during the discovery with the SC, they realize, oh, we can pop in and show that functionality very quickly with a Storylane. Or the rep realizes, okay, in that first call, hey, we might be able to do a one call close. Let me try the Storylane now. So that's the typical process. And then after these calls, after the qualification call, after the discovery call, after even the demo, then sometimes we're sending out that Storylane. SCs at first bristle at demo automation. Are you automating my job? Especially now with AI automating a lot of jobs. It can't automate an SC. Instead, it is a tool that takes out some of the more undesirable parts of the job. Those generic demos that you're asked to do, or working with a prospect who's not fully qualified but wants to see the software. This takes out the worst aspects of being an SC. As for SC leadership, the advice that I would give is don't think of it as just for demo automation. Think about other ways to use it. Think about how can marketing use it. Think about how it can be folded into cadences. Think about how it can be used for even training, whether it's internally or externally. But really the big thing that for SC leadership I recommend, and really sales leadership, is how can you leverage Storylane to continue momentum for a deal, or to even shorten the deal cycle. There's a lot that you can do because these are added touch points that get prospects excited for the product, get them excited for moving along in the sales process, but also keeps up that energy and excitement when you don't have a call with them or a demo with them. Deals closed exclusively with Storylane, where we didn't have to fold an SC. We were able to see a 5x ROI through the course of 1 year. At first blush, that seems like a really strong ROI, and it is. We also realize there's way more that we can get out of it. And that's what we're focusing on too, because it was a handful of deals. And we realized, oh, we could expand this even